Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over doing the candies on top of the sodas again, since it's such a popular video right now. I did that video live, and so you got a little bit of fuzzy and stuff, so I wanted to do a whole focus on this. And this time we're going to do bubble gum, and this is what I was talking about with the little wrappers. We're going to do bubble gum, we're going to do Snickers, and we're going to do the Kit Kats. And then I've got the foam balls, and like I said before, this is the 4-inch foam balls, but you can do probably a little bit smaller if you wanted to, and then you would want like the 20-ounce sodas. You can even do the small sodas. My sister's been doing those, but this is the way that I like to buy them. If you're going to be doing a bunch, you want to buy like a little 6-pack like this, and I believe these are 16.9 filled ounces. So you could buy the Sprites, Dr. Peppers, Cokes, you know, whatever you want to do like this, root beers, because this is more affordable. So you would get these, I think they're $2 and like 60-something cents at Walmart right now, compared to paying $1 something per soda. And then also, usually Kroger has a sale and they have these for $1.99 a case as well. So definitely recommend getting them like this if you're going to be doing more than one. Okay, and then you want to do like some little ribbons on top. I just get these, normally you can get like a little package of these at like TJ Maxx, have several on them, but at Walmart they just have the little individual ones, and I think they were 98 cents. And then we got the foam balls. Now somebody mentioned in a comment down below about spray painting it, so we did that and we're gonna try it out. So we spray painted this gold just to try one. And it reminds me of like the LOL dolls that's out right now, but we're gonna go ahead and try it so that way you guys can see whether it's gonna stick to the paint or not. This is already dry. What we did was we stuck it on a skewer. You could do the wooden ones. I had the metal ones on hand, and we just held it out and sprayed it. Just made it easier. Put it wherever we're gonna put the hole in the bottom, so you could do that, and then we just stood it up in a cup to dry. So we're going to try that one first, and then what I use to do that is this crayon, and it's called Shortcuts. My light's glaring on that a little bit, but these are only about $2.50 at Walmart, so they're super affordable. So that way, if you're just needing to do a little project like this, they had tons. This is gold leaf, and they had tons to choose from, like silver and red and pink, and just tons of different colors. So thank you. I cannot remember who it was. I wish I would have wrote down the name first, but huge shout out who had mentioned that idea. And then somebody else had also mentioned like putting little like tags on the top, or like say if your birth, like it was the 7th birthday, you could put like the numbers. You could use your Cricut to cut out cute little things to put on the top. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the things that you're going to need, like I said, the sodas, the foam balls, and whatever candy that you're using, and you want a glue gun. And I've had people ask me what glue gun this is. My sticker's missing on the side here, but it's Aleene's, and I got it from Michael's. I believe they were $29. We purchased this like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and they're like $29, but it comes in a case with several different tips, and you can unplug it, I believe, and it's like wireless for a while. So, but if you use like their 50% coupon like we did, I believe that would be like $15. So definitely recommend that. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is the bubble gum, and I bought 2 bags just in case because I wasn't sure how much it was going to take. So we're going to use the gold ball here, just so we can make sure it's going to work. So the same thing like we did last time, you want to use another lid in similar size. So this is for my water bottle, and then you just want to put it wherever you are going to be cutting, and then get a Sharpie or a piece of chalk like I used last time, just something to kind of give it a little bit of a mark, so you kind of know where to cut your circle out of. So just like that. Then you're just going to take a knife and carefully cut your piece out just like this. And you just want it deep enough for your cap to go down in there. You can just cut out what you can and then come back and do like a test fit like this. So I usually like to get it so far and then kind of use my lid there. You can see where it kind of made a little indentation for me, so I can know I need to carve out that section. Okay, so that looks good to me. So we're going to go ahead and get that glued down. So what I do is I just get some glue on the lid here. Also, somebody else has asked me like where I get my glue from on the rope. Walmart has them, and they're back there by the crafts where the hot glue guns and stuff are, and they're $1 or something, about $1.90 I believe, and they're the same price at Hobby Lobby. You can find them in the floral department or in the same area where their glue guns and glue sticks are. And they're, like I said, they're about $1.90, $1.50 a piece. Okay, so we've got that on there. So for the gum, what you're gonna do, just like before, you're gonna put glue right in here. So, like I said, I like to kind of start like somewhere about right here. So that's about 1 inch up. Just get glue right there on the end and go and get our first piece on. Just like that. All right, and then we're just gonna keep moving all the way around. Now with the gum, you can keep them close together, or you could do the same thing and stagger just like this. But we're gonna attempt, I'm gonna kind of put them close together just to see how full we can get it since I have enough. But you could probably get away with staggering like I said before, just to kind of help save a little bit there. So just gonna continue to add my glue. This glue's so hot. The reason why these are kind of falling right now, I've had my glue gun sitting here for quite a while. So I have my glue too hot, so it's kind of melting my foam. So if you have your glue gun sitting for a while like I do, you might want to let it, when you put your glue on there, let it set for just a second. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going. So before I stick it on, I'm kind of let my glue cool down just a little bit. So I'm going to keep going around this first layer here, and then when we get back to this next layer, I'll show you how we're going to go ahead and stagger right there in the center. Okay, so I've got the whole first row on. So now we're going to go and start on the second row. So like I said, learn from me. So if your glue gun is too hot, you're going to get slipping. So make sure don't let it sit there for a long time before you start this project for putting these on. Because I had it at least going for like 30-40 minutes before, because I was way too prepared. So what I'm doing now is I'm just continuing to add glue to the end here, and then just kind of staggering here, kind of going in between, just adding them in. Just keep continuing to go all the way around. All right, so I think you guys basically get the point of this. So I'm going to continue to go all the way around till I get closer to the top. And then I'll come back when I'm closer to the top so I can show you guys how I finish up my tops. Okay, at this point, this is an entire bag of the bubble gum. So this is one whole bag. So that way you guys can see, if you would have gapped it out more, like I really filled this up. Like I left no gaps. So if you would have gapped it out a little bit and did the staggering, you would have been able to do this with one whole bag. So I wanted to show that. And these bags of gums were only $1 something, so like $1.90 or $1.50, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish it off. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up and get a little bit more so we can finish this. So let me show you guys what it's looking like this. But like this would be cute for Easter colors or birthday, like I said. So I don't really know if you would want to give these colors away for Valentine's, but just wanted to share the idea. It's kind of harder to imagine it whenever you don't see it, so this is definitely one of my favorite ones, so I thought I had to share this one. Okay, so we're going to finish up the top, and you can also do these on 2 liters and stuff too, so just however you're going to do it. Now, sometimes the Dollar Tree has these balls. I get mine from Walmart, 2 in a package, but you can get them at Hobby Lobby. And my sister also, just in case you're wondering, you can use the, they're like foam. So you can use the foam balls like that, harder foam, instead of the styrofoam. My sister has used those, and those are working out well. Because she gets several in a bag from Hobby Lobby. And like I said, again, these are the 4-inch ones. So I'm just continuing to add it on the tips here. And I've had people with concerns too of how, you know, whether these would just completely fall apart. No, they stay on here until you pull them off. They're really easy to pull off, but they don't just knock off. I mean, you just pull one off. So you are secure. But my only suggestion, if you're going to be taking this to somebody, I try to leave that down in the comments whenever people ask me. If you're going to be taking this to the school, or you're taking it wherever to drop it off at somebody's house or coworker or whatever, or you're selling them and delivering them, make sure that you put these in your cup holder in the car. Don't try to lean these against the car seat, or you could possibly knock some off, and then you get there and you have no way to glue it on. Also, my sister's been getting like the cup holders from like McDonald's and stuff. You could always get those and put them in there. She also created like a box that she cut out like foam and put inside a box and set them in there. So you just want to be mindful when you're traveling with these ahead of time. So we're almost completely done with the top, and I'm going to put on, I'm going to be putting on this one here. So see how once you start to come to a point, I'm going to put one more little layer probably, and then I'll put this on, because you don't have to keep going around. So I could actually stop right there if I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and add one more little row. So I'm just continuing to add my glue to the tips of these. And it just takes a little bit of glue. All right, just like that. So now I'm ready. So you can see that's what my top looks like. I just have a spot like that. So this is what it's looking like so far. I just love it. All right, and then give me just a second. I'll put it on a scale and tell you what it weighs. So all I'm gonna do is I just took that paper off where I got it from the store. And just kind of glue that down to the center. And then I just kind of spread these out. Just like that. And then I can come back with my scissors and like trim some of these, because I wouldn't want to leave these super long unless I like switched them to the other side or something. But just like that, just like that. And I could come back and kind of mess with my, because these are kind of sticking together, come back and really get that the way that I want them. But that's what that one looks like. I love it. It's adorable. So that is 2 pounds, 8.5 ounces for the bubblegum one. And they literally took out of the new bag, I think, what was it, like maybe 10 pieces out of the new bag, if that. So there's the bubblegum. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the Snickers. And we are going to, I've already got this cut out and ready to go. So once again, like I said, you're just going to cut your hole in there. And I just freehanded that one. I didn't even put my thing on there, just freehanded it. Once you do it for a while, you kind of know what you're doing. And those didn't fall off. I just kind of sprinkled them around for pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. Go ahead and get my foam ball down. And I like to hold it for a few seconds so I can make sure it's going to be on there really good, because this has got to hold it up. But these are really easy to pop off when it comes to time for your kids to pull them off. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Snickers, and they're the Valentine ones, so they're really cute. And you can always do a mixture, like if you could get these in the Milky Ways, and you could stagger them, because they're the same size. So on this one, you're just putting the glue right here on the tail, and I'm going to consider that my tail. And then, once again, I like to come up about 1 inch. That's about almost 2 inches, I think. I'll bring it closer so you can see, to see how much I brought that up. So I think that's about maybe 1.5 inches. So I bring it up about there, because you're going to be able to cover that anyways. And like somebody had said before, like we did with the other one, if you had actually spray painted this, you wouldn't have to worry about any of that stuff. So, and you could probably use acrylic paints and stuff like that. The only thing I worry about is with acrylic paints is it, like if you try to glue this down, it would just pop off, I would think, on the acrylic, so I'm not too sure. So I haven't tested that yet. All right, so let me kind of zoom you in. So like I said, and I'd like to do it on the back side where this flap is open. So this is my front. Just put it right here on the top. And then see how I'm staggering like I did with the Twix. So if you watch my Twix video, you've seen how I just kind of staggered that. And just start getting them in there. When I'm working on these, I like to just continue in that motion of the staggering back and forth, and it goes by a little bit quicker. And I only gap these about, it's about 1/4 of an inch. Keep going around. Whenever I took these for my kids last year, I had so many compliments from the teacher and the principal and everybody at the front of the school. They just all loved them. Then I had everybody asking if I would sell them, but this would definitely be a great item for you to sell like in your local area. If you have a little boutique or something like that. I mentioned that in my last video. My sister currently this year, she's selling them on our local swap site. The only thing about them is, you know, just trying to figure out what to charge for them, you know, because of what it costs to make. So just depending on how you buy your drinks. So like if you buy them in that 6-pack to where they're $1.99 a 6-pack, you know, you got what, 50 cents a bottle in there. So that's not bad at all. And then it depended on how many bags. That's what I'm trying to show you on camera, how many bags it would take doing it the way that I'm doing it. Because I believe last time it took me almost 2 bags to do these Snickers, but I probably did it a lot fuller. But I also do come back. So once I get all these on here, you'll see me come back and I'll start filling in spots. I do like mine to look really full. So like last time I probably really took them closer together. All right, so far this is what it's looking like. All right, so I think we've got one more layer and then we'll be able to, put this right on top like that. So I'll do one more layer and then we'll put that down. I like the silver too. But I think I'm going to put, I don't know. I might put the silver one on top of this one. We'll put the silver one on this one. I really like this one. This one's like little squares almost. Okay, so let me go ahead. So if you're going to do that, okay, actually this took 1 bag of candy. So I'm going to leave it right there so you guys can see with 1 bag of candy then. Let's see, but let me make sure I don't have anything I need to fill in. Okay, so see at this point, this is 1 whole bag of candy. So where I would normally come back in, I would kind of pop some here and there. You could actually leave it just like this. And then go ahead and pop your, let me pull this off here. You could go ahead and pull your top off and go ahead and have it on here. Just like that. Let me zoom you guys back out so you can see. So you can have it just like that. Or you can open a next bag of candy. So that's what I'm going to do because I like mine to be really full. But I just wanted to show you if you wanted to do it at that point. So let me keep going here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep adding. So I'm gonna keep going all the way until I get one right here. All right. Now, if you buy the 2 bags per thing, which it's not even gonna take the whole, it'll probably take about 1.5. So say $3.50, what should I say? About $5.50, I think, is what would be invested into each one. So see how I came all the way up to the top, just like this. So it filled my top in really nicely. So that's how I like to really continue to go on those. The other one that's gonna drive me crazy is these ones right here where that white tag is hanging out. But luckily they're on the back side, so that's fine. So this is where I would be at this point. I would come through here and like I can see a little bit of a white gap there. So I maybe would decide to see if I would want to add one in there. And then just continue to go around. But like I said before with the spray paint that somebody had recommended, you really wouldn't even have to worry about that. But I think I'm content with it just like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the bow on top. So let me zoom it back out. All right, so we've got our bow here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that right on top. So where you have your tag sticking out, like what we were gluing down, the one that's sticking on top, I am going to glue it to this other end, just like this. So I'm just gonna add a little glue here. And glue that down. So I'm gonna hold that one for just a second to make sure it's gonna stay just fine. And there you have it. There is the Snickers. So let me scoot that out so you can see what it looks like. So there it is, super cute. So let me go ahead and weigh that one so you guys know how much the Snickers will weigh. All right, so the one with the Snickers is 2.38, 2 pounds, 3.8 ounces. So let me go ahead and scoot this one back here. All right, so there it is. That's what it looks like, super cute. And see, if you look underneath, you can see the ball, but when it's standing straight up, you can't see that. So there it is. The Snickers is probably my favorite. And then the Kit Kat next. So let's go ahead and get started on the Kit Kats. Okay, so I've already cut out the foam. I did this freehand again. Like I said, once you get used to it, you'll know what you need to do. Okay, so I've got it ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down. I just put a little glue on the top and then hold this on top. All right, so I've got that on there. Now the only thing with this Kit Kat bag was a little bit different. It came with pink and red in the bag, so maybe pay attention to which one you get. The only problem with this, it came with, you can see all my red there. It literally came with a tiny handful of the pink. So I'm gonna save those for last because I can kind of put those here and there. I'll mostly work with the red. And if I have to, I'll open the other bag to do all red because I wouldn't want just one or two just kind of standing out there. So let's go ahead and get started with the Kit Kats. So the same thing, you're gonna go ahead and just add a little glue to the end and pop it on just like that. And then we're going to move on. And so this is going to be the same thing with spacing. So that's about 1/4 inch space. So you can see right there. So just kind of do this. And then we'll come back right above it just like that. So we're going to do the same concept. So I'm going to run around here really quick and get this first layer and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is how far I've gotten. I went ahead and took the pink, so I had to open the other bag because there wasn't enough. And so what I did was I went ahead and took the pink and I made a line, and then I'm gonna keep coming with the red to kind of have that there, and we'll see what that looks like. So this is how far I am. So this is what our top looks like. I'm gonna keep coming around. So now I'm alternating, so I'm gonna go between like this space right here. So I'll go here and here. So you'll notice as you build these, the further you start to get up, the more they'll stick out. And that's how I like. I really like when they start to come out. I think I've probably got about 2 more rows to go. And I might be able to put like another little small layer of pink on top. We'll see once I get up to that point to see what we want to do. All right, add one more here. So that's our top. This is what it's looking like so far. So, I don't know if I want to, I'll do that from the very top. All right, so I'm going to run around here, continuing to add more. So at this point, I think this is where I'm going to try to add another little layer of pink in. So I'm going to come in between, like I said before, just kind of coming in between like these two here. So coming in between those. See, the ones that I got of the Kit Kats last year, they were all red and they had like little small hearts on the packaging, but this year they do not have that. It wasn't like that. It's a little different. And I didn't even pay attention when I was down there at the store. So just be mindful if you're doing one of these. It did take me 2 bags of the Kit Kats. All right. And one more. And just so you guys know, I'm adding the glue right there. All right, so let me stop and see what the bow would look like on top at this point. So this is what it's looking like, just like that. So let me see what the bow would look like on top of this one right now, like that. So I think I will be happy with it like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there and add my bow. So I'm just taking where they have like their little middle piece here, adding the glue, and then popping it right down in the middle. Just like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, there's a couple spots that I wanted to, what I like about these, the same thing with the Twix, you can just kind of lift them like this. I'm gonna go ahead, there's a few spots I wanna add into. You just kind of pop them in there just like that. I want to make sure that little guy's gonna stay in there. All right, so let me look around, see if there's another one that I really want to. I think maybe right under here I might go ahead and add one more. Just kind of right down in here. Maybe one more right there. Just like that, that's what the Kit Kat looks like. Let me kind of zoom you guys out just a little bit so you guys can see. Just like that. Bring it in. And like I said, these are optional. If you weren't going to do this, do one more layer and it would finish poking them up just like you've seen on the Snickers. Because you don't even have to do those. I just really like the way that it looks once they're on there. But that's what that looks like. So let me go ahead and set them all up so you can see them all. Okay, so let me tell you what the weight is with the Kit Kats on here. This is 2.8 ounces, so 2 pounds, 8 ounces, and there was 4 candies left over after we were done. So 4 candies. Okay, so this is what they look like. This is the finale. So you've got the bubble gum, the Snickers, and the Kit Kats. The Snickers is one of my absolute favorites. I love the gum. I don't know, I love them all. It's really hard to choose. I didn't do the Twix today, so that's in a previous video. If this is the first time you're watching me do this, at the end of this video, you can see the other one being done. I will have this video at the end of that video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this today. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.